Alright, I'm gonna do a top 10, my favorite top 10 female characters, sexiest characters in comics. I'm gonna start with Marvel this time, and then I'm gonna move over to DC. So, let's get started. Number 10 on my list is Spider Woman. Spider Woman, Bendis has been using her a lot. She had her own miniseries, which was, I think, 4 issues long. And I just like the character, her personality, and I particularly love this picture. Just let's look at it. Just look how the costume fits her body. It's like very nice. So yeah, she's my number 10 on my list. Number 9 is Scarlet Witch, the daughter of Magneto. Um, I like her kind of before she killed off like a lot of characters. She has a cool power. She can manipulate reality, and she's a very powerful mutant, not to be underestimated. And I pretty much liked her in X-Men Evolution, but I didn't like her short hair. I like her with long hair. That's just me personally. And she just looks good in red. You know, she's a very cool character, and um, she's my number 9. My number 8 is Psylocke. I first got introduced to Psylocke through Marvel vs. Capcom series, and I said, "Who is that?" And I had to know more about her, and I found out she was she was a mutant, and I always love her costume design. She just looks really, very cool, kind of color schemes like purplish, blue, and she has cool powers, and she has some great martial arts skills. Um, that's my number 8. Number 7 is Domino. Domino is very cool. She has luck powers, and I think they did a great job of kind of putting her in X Force. She was fun to read in the X Force. She's got that cool kind of pale skin, and that just overall, just an awesome character. She's great with weapons, particularly guns. She likes to have fun. When you can tell she's having fun, she's got that smile on her face, and she just kind of likes to crack jokes, and that's a great character to play around with in the Marvel universe. That's my number 7. Number 6 is the Wasp, and of course I'm talking about the female Wasp, and that Hank Pym, which they've got him as the Wasp now, but I'm talking about the female Wasp. I was actually hoping that they would put her in Avengers and not Hank, but they're going with Hank, which is cool. But I would have liked to seen her in there, and she's just a cool character. Any character that can shrink, I like, because they can do so much with that. They can, go inside your body and just mess your organs up, or they can go inside like a little computer or a machine, something, and just start tearing it up from the inside out. And I've always liked that, and it's a very cool power to have. And her costume is also very hot on her. I like it. And that's my number 6. Number 5 is Black Widow. Black Widow is just great. Love her costume design. She's got her miniseries going right now. Hopefully, it's not a flop, because a lot of female character books in Marvel don't do well. Mainly because they just try to, I don't know, they just make it aim towards boys, which is not a bad thing, but it's cool to have the characters sexy and all that stuff, but I would really like to see someone really get get down to the character and tackle her very well, and just write a good story for the character, and not just a showboat for the boys. So, and her costume is also very nice, black and red hair. Can't go wrong with that. Alright, number 4 on my list is Jean Grey. Jean Grey has always been great. I always loved the character. A lot of people say she's just there for the love interest. Not really. She was a very valuable asset to the team of the X-Men. She had a great power. She was very valuable to the X-Men, and I liked her in the movies. She was good in the movies. She was in the animated series in the 90s. She was great, and in X-Men Evolution, she had a very nice costume. I liked that costume. Very nice, and fit her body just right. And she did her thing, she saved Scott a lot of times, and when Scott was being stupid on there, he, was being the airhead, she would get him out of trouble. I remember that one episode with Scott, I think Mystique blinded Scott, and Jean had to come and help him, and that was just a really cool episode. So that's my number 4. Number 3 is another X-Men character, Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde is awesome. I like her a lot in the Ultimate Universe because she's got a crush on Spider-Man, and she's just a fun character to write. Just a very cool power. I would love to have that power to phase through objects and stuff like that. She's another one who can just go inside your body and just mess you up like that, or just go inside a machine, put her hand through a machine and just rip the wires apart and stuff like that. Shadowcat is awesome. That's my number 3. Number 2 on my list is Rogue. Rogue is just great. I always love Rogue in 90s series. I like her new costume in the comics. What they're using right now is cool, but in Evolution, I don't know, I couldn't get with her in Evolution. She was too gothic for me, which I don't mind gothic chicks. I'm just like, for Rogue, I don't know, that just seemed off, and she was okay in there, but man, in the 90s she was badass. She did a lot of stuff in that series, and I hope to see more with her from Marvel. Hope they don't kill her off too like they did. A lot of my favorite X-Men characters have been killed off in Marvel. So number 1 is a tie. I had to put these 2 on the list. There's no doubt about it. Miss Marvel, Carol, of course, she's on here. Everyone knows I'm a big fan of Miss Marvel. Her powers are awesome. She's a powerhouse. She can kick a lot of ass. She's been a leader on the Avengers at one time, the Mighty Avengers. She has helped the Avengers out a lot. She had her own series going. They canceled that for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I kind of enjoyed it. And she just is overall, I love her costume too. Costume is great. And just a complete badass. And she had a thing going with Spider-Man. She went on like 3 dates with Spider-Man. I was kind of hoping that they would get together, but that's kind of like a fan fiction thing. And my other number 1 is She-Hulk. She-Hulk is just awesome. Of course, she's green, and she's fun to read about. When she shows up, it's always a good read. And she had her own. She still has her own series, as far as I know. I hope they don't cancel that. But she just had her anniversary, I think. And she's just a very fun character to read about and to look at, of course. So that's my list for Marvel, my top 10 favorite female characters. Next, of course, is DC. Alright, I'll be right back.